Beyond the city lights, beyond the thin veil of our atmosphere, lies a cathedral of cosmic silence. An infinite universe that stretches beyond what our minds can grasp. Lit by a choir of ancient stars, the night sky reveals only a fraction of the cosmos. Each twinkle is a message from our own galaxy, the Milky Way. Not distant universes, not other galaxies, just ours. But even the Milky Way, home to over 100 billion stars, is just one of 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. But even this is beyond comprehension. Our home galaxy stretches 100,000 light-years across, 100 billion stars or more, many of them vaster, brighter, older, stranger than our own sun. Around each of those stars whirl entire solar systems, planets with icy crusts, boiling storms, golden rings, and who knows what kind of secrets. Some may harbor life, others may have seen it die. And yet, this unimaginable immensity is just the beginning. Now, zoom out. Step outside the Milky Way. Imagine rising far above its luminous spiral arms until you see it from the outside, just a single glowing swirl among darkness. But then, look further. Because the observable universe contains over 2 trillion galaxies, each of them filled with billions, even trillions, of stars. Suns we will never see, worlds we will never touch, light that will never reach us. This is not poetry. This is science. And yet, our minds stumble. They were not built for this. We can imagine 1,000 miles, perhaps 1,000,000. But 1 trillion stars? 100 billion light-years of space? Expanding faster than light itself? It shatters logic. It dissolves reason. We are creatures of time and space, but the cosmos offers us something else, a glimpse of the infinite. Let that settle for a moment. When we speak of light years, we speak of distance measured by time. A light year is the span light travels in a year, about 9.5 trillion kilometers. So when we say the Milky Way is 100,000 light-years across, we mean that even if you could travel at the speed of light, it would take you 100,000 years to get from one end to the other. And that's just our galaxy. The cosmic web is far more colossal. The light from the furthest galaxies we see today began its journey long before Earth had even formed. That ancient light has been traveling for 13.8 billion years. It means that when you look up at the night sky, you're not seeing now. You're seeing then. Every star is a memory, a ghost of time past. You might think the vastness of the universe makes us insignificant. But maybe it's the opposite. What if our ability to comprehend the incomprehensible, to marvel at the unknowable, is what makes us unique? We are not simply stardust that learned to walk. We are stardust that wonders. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on all the beaches of Earth. There are more planets than seconds you will ever live. Entire galaxies collide, birth stars die and reform while we sleep. Time bends, light warps, and black holes swallow the very laws of physics we thought were invincible. Some galaxies are so far away, their light will never reach us, not because we haven't waited long enough, but because the space between us is expanding faster than that light can travel. That means parts of the universe are forever hidden from us. Beyond our cosmic horizon, there are realms of reality we can never know, not because of ignorance, but because of the limits of physics itself. And still, here we are, thinking about it. What does it mean? What does it say about our place in this unfathomable sea of galaxies? We build rockets and telescopes and particle accelerators, but also myths, prayers, poems, all to explain what we are, where we come from, and where we're going. We name constellations after gods and heroes. We whisper wishes to stars that have long since died. It is as if something in us has always known. We seek meaning not just in what we can touch, but in what we can feel. And the feeling you get when you gaze up at the cosmos? That quiet sense of awe and ache in your chest, that is the recognition of something greater. Of a truth deeper than knowledge. Science has shown us that the universe is not static. It's growing, expanding, accelerating. Galaxies are rushing away from each other. The cosmos is stretching the fabric of space itself, and no one knows why. Dark energy? Vacuum fluctuations? Perhaps the answer lies in dimensions we cannot perceive, or in laws we have yet to uncover. But consider this. If the universe is infinite, and everything within it is made of the same fundamental particles, then it is statistically possible that there are versions of you out there, not metaphorically, literally. Infinite copies, living slightly different lives. On planets orbiting unfamiliar stars, in galaxies far beyond Hubble's sight. It's a lot to hold. And still, at the center of it all, there is you. You, who loves and fears and dreams. You, who cries at the sound of a song and finds wonder in a falling leaf. You, who stares up at the stars and thinks, what am I doing here? Maybe it's not a coincidence that we live in a universe capable of contemplating itself. Maybe consciousness is not a cosmic accident, but a mirror the cosmos holds up to know itself. So what if? What if, in some unfathomable way, the vastness of the universe is not meant to dwarf us, but to awaken us? What if it was never about how small we are, but about how deeply we are connected to something infinite? What if the same spark that ignited the stars burns quietly within us, waiting to be remembered? Because while we may never travel to those distant galaxies, while we may never walk on those faraway planets, we can know they are there. We can imagine them. We can wonder. And that, in itself, is a kind of travel. The universe has no obligation to make sense to us. And yet, somehow, it does. Its laws are elegant. Its mathematics beautiful. Its chaos follows patterns. Its explosions birth worlds. And somewhere in all this madness, life arose. Consciousness sparked. And you, yes, you reading this now, are a part of it. Not separate, not outside, within. So if all this exists, if the universe stretches beyond the limits of light and time, if black holes can twist reality, and stars can collapse into singularities, then ask yourself, if all this is beyond our human reach but still real, then why shouldn't we believe that we too, fragile beings of bone and breath, carry within us a spark some call a soul, one that transcends space and time, one that endures even after our earthly form has ended? And what if that very spark connects us to something far greater than ourselves, a silent intelligence, an entity we cannot grasp with our senses, but somehow recognize with our hearts? Whether you are an atheist, agnostic, or a person of faith, how can you look at the universe in all its vastness, its elegance, its chaotic perfection, and not sense a design, an intention, a mind shaping the all, igniting the stars, and maybe, just maybe, placing us here not by chance, but to remember who we are?